fresh. It's hot. It's really hot. Today on HOASTER, we're going to do something a bit different. We are going to take a look at a very interesting guitar, my brother's guitar, and I'm also going to give it a clean up because it definitely needs it. So today on the show we have this Hohner G2 Tremolo model. It's got a lockable trem on it. Steinberg headless guitar, super weird, really odd. Tunes from the bottom, which is kind of weird. We don't know what's original on this and what isn't. Maybe I can find that out too, but honestly I don't know very much about these. So that's why I'm going to do a bit of a cleanup on it instead, because we had this since I can remember, and I also don't remember the last time this strings were changed and the last time this was actually taken care of. We've lived in this house for 5 years and I haven't seen the strings come off this since before we moved. So I'm going to give it a clean up. It definitely needs it. Check out those frets. Real gross. So we're going to get a good look at that. Take all that gunk off, polish up the frets, the fingerboard, get rid of all that gross dust, tape residue here on this. I don't even know why that was there. We got this guitar and it had black electrical tape on it, and we didn't even know that that was like supposed to be a pickup cover. That might give a clue into like maybe what kind of pickup this is. It could be a DiMaggio or something. I don't know. Also, we have some switches here. I don't know what they even do. So I'm gonna clean these up and then have a look at what all of this does. But before we do that, let's get a bit more into the specs, shall we? So it's a headless guitar. There's no head on it. Truss rod adjustment is there, and it works on double balled end strings, which is another reason why we didn't go around to changing them, because you don't really see those strings too often. So this is my first time restringing it also, so I'm pretty nervous, but I'll be alright, be fine. It has switches here. This one here I know would be the pickup switch. It's got 3 ways, and there are 2 here, and I don't know if that's like a phase thing or a coil split, if either of those do that. 1 volume, 1 tone, and as I said before, a lockable trem which goes both ways. It does float, which is great. My brother's got it locked right now, and the serial number is 8512194. I haven't looked into it. I'm going to look into it, but I haven't yet. But if I had to guess, I'd say this is 1985. But it might be different. It might be like maybe 98 or something, I don't know. But these types of guitars were definitely popular during the 80s and early 90s. The whole like headless guitar was super cool on stage. It's like what? But this particular kind of guitar was made as more of a travel thing because of the size and the profile of it. It comes with a little kickstand, like you'd find on some sort of the newer flying Vs, not from Gibson, but the other kinds. But it also doubles as just kind of like a thing for your foot not to rub against, which is really cool. It has 3 strap buttons. I guess if you're a lefty, you could flip it the other way with no worries. Don't know why it has 3, but it does. The neck on it is, it's not slim, but it's not fat. It's kind of like a regular C shape. It's a really good neck. It's small, round, and bulky. It's good. It's like all of the buzzwords that you need. Also, one thing that's really cool is the paint on this has faded in a really interesting way. On the side there, you'll see a straight line of like fade, and I don't even know why that is, because it comes back on the top, you know? Maybe there was tape on this bit for some reason, which is kind of weird. And lastly, we have this. Obviously not stock. You might think that's a bit ugly, but to us, it's like a really special thing. We got this guitar from a family friend, Alan, and he found it and it was about to go in a skip. I think his parents worked in a charity shop or was volunteering there or something, and he saw that this didn't have a CE mark, so they had to kind of get rid of it. But he knew we played. I just started playing at this time, so he brings it over to us and says, here, have a guitar, which is really crazy. This was a great playing guitar. So we've all used it for a little bit, but the jack started to go inside the body. It had like a Telecaster style route, so it went inside. So my dad, once it started to mess up, thought, oh, okay, I'll take care of that. So he just got one of these metal plates, so it's outside of the body now, screwed it into that, and then put the jack back in. So now it's elevated, we know exactly where it is, and it works like a treat. And that's something we can't change because Dad did that, didn't he? So it's super cool. But now I'm going to get the strings off and take care of it, and then I'll show you how it sounds. Check it out.
He's a guy who stays inside, no friends. That's just fine. Who needs friends with the web? He makes cartoons to share with the web. That's his thing. It's the thing that he does best. You do your thing, it'll all pay off one day.
So I got the gunk off the pickup as much as I could, and honestly I'm really proud of it. But now I'm gonna see what's inside, because this is blowing my mind, so I'm gonna open it up and we're gonna see what's inside. Here we go, let's take it off. Moment of truth. What is it? Well, it looks to be unbranded, but there's plenty of dust. So I'm going to take that off.
She's a girl with a couple of cats she calls friends. She's doing fine with the thing that she does best. She makes designs. Her website's a great success. People love her work.
Yeah. So that might be inside your guitar. That's what all of this was. All in there. That's all of that was. Yeah, it looks like a V2. So maybe that is a marking. I don't know. I'll check it out. But it could just be stock. Maybe 2 could be for the second pickup. I don't know. Let's see what's under the neck pickup and if they're a matching set. After seeing this, I really do think that that bridge pickup has been changed, because that is a completely different type of pickup. See, the housing goes all the way down to the bottom and you can see the copper there. It's pretty crazy. And the base plate is different as well. See, that one was silver before and this is all brass. I think this is maybe a Damasio of some sort. So I did some detective work, and after some thoughts, I thought, well, double white bobbins, that looks like it could be a Damasio. Also, look at the screws in there with the Allen key adjustments. It just looks like a very Damasio thing. So I looked it up and I took it out the body, looked underneath, and I saw a marking V2, no branding or anything, just a V2. So I was like, So I Googled Damasio V2. I didn't even say pickup, and immediately I find the exact same pickup on Reverb right now, and it's the Ibanez V2. It's a pickup from the 1980s, and it is one of those lawsuit naughty boys that they probably put in one of their guitars, and then Damasio said, look, can you not use our patent, please, because we patented this. So yeah, that's interesting. I think this one's stock as well. I've got some footage on my phone from that. It just looks completely different, which also put me in the direction of maybe this is an aftermarket pickup. But it does look cool. It's a shame it was covered in tape, because I had to spend ages scrubbing it off. I got most of it off. I think I did a pretty good job. But it does go well with the finish on the body. You've got the neck pickup in black with that side, and the bridge pickup in white with this side. So I think it actually looks better like this. Onwards with the cleaning.
I'd like to take you home. Yes, I see you smiling. Put my number on your phone. But come on now, girl, stop messing around. Yeah, come on now, girl, and show me what you're made of, baby. Now it's 9:00 the next morning, and last night was mighty fine. You're one hell of a dancer, and I like the way you move. And then you came on over, and I showed you how to groove. Yeah, you blew me away with the way you shake your hips. Yeah, you blew me away. So show me what you're made of, baby.
Okay, so the strings are on, and it's now night time, so lighting's a bit different, but check it out. This is what it sounds like right now. I obviously need to tune it. I also need to set the intonation, because the low E is like low, no, the high E is low, which sounds backwards, but it is. So, I'm just going to tune it up quickly. It's clean, which is great. My brother is probably going to think, okay, great, and that'll be the end of it. But it's done. My sanity is good for doing so. I feel proud of it. It looks real good. But here's the thing. After I cleaned it all up, I was wondering I should probably find out some more information instead of just guessing for you. So here's what I found. I found out that these were made for 3 years by Hohner with Steinberger, very tasty, and they were made from 1985 to 1988. They've had other companies do the same thing. You can get these today under the Steinberger Spirit, which is like basically this guitar only made by Steinberger and not by Hohner. Steinberger have got their own guitars now. But yeah, this is a really rare finish with it being straight black and white. You can get black ones, white ones, silver ones, this one and a red one, maybe even a few more. But yeah, this isn't all original. This pickup's been changed. This one I think is original. From what I found in the manual, which I had to find online, which is basically a small bit of description, they were designed by EMG and they have like a vintage blend switch, and I've tried to hear the difference in it and I honestly can't. There's 2 switches that do basically nothing to me, so maybe that's the vintage blend. Since this is an aftermarket pickup and this is the original, maybe that's why it's not working, or maybe I'm just not hearing it enough. But that is a pickup switch, it's 3-way. And also, something that's pretty cool is they didn't make any left or right-handed ones. They let you choose for yourself. You've got 2 strap buttons either side, and you have tremolo holes either side too, for your whammy arm, or whammy bar, whatever you want to call it. 2 of those. But even more interesting is Eddie Van Halen used some of these. He had his own Frankenstein 5150 design over it that he used in 1986 on a couple of the records and on tour, which is really, really cool. And I was kind of imagining that he would have something to do with the design. I can't confirm it, but I mean, a floating trem, headless design, you know, it just seems like Eddie had his fingerprints on this. Maybe it was just handed to him and he said, yeah, this is great. Or he said, look, can we try this out? I don't know. Maybe somebody can fill that in. There are lots of Eddie Van Halen know-it-alls who can fill me in on that. I'd love to know. So that is this. I'm going to play it for you now, and I hope you liked this What's That Then Guitar Maintenance History of mashup thing. I hope Fraser likes it too. That's my brother. But if he doesn't, that's fine. At least I did this. You know, I feel better for this. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.